Welcome to this presentation on the introduction, framework, and key components of circular economy best practices within the European Union. This work is part of the Codicet project, which stands for Knowledge Development for Circular Economy Transition. Our mission is to integrate sustainability and circular economy principles into higher education and business practices across Europe and Asia. As we face increasing resource scarcity and climate change, transitioning from linear models to circular material flows has become an urgent business necessity. This presentation will guide you through our comprehensive manual, which serves as an evidence-based toolkit for evaluating multidimensional sustainability in EU industries. We will explore the analytical framework used to identify these practices and delve into the 10 key components that define circular excellence. Together, we will examine how real-world companies are leading this vital transformation. Our agenda is structured to provide a logical flow from theoretical foundations to practical applications. We begin with an introduction to the circular economy and the Codicet Good Practice Catalogue, explaining why this transition is so critical right now. Next, we will detail the framework model used for identifying these best practices, ensuring you understand the methodology behind our selections. A significant portion of the session is dedicated to the 10 multidimensional key components that form the heart of our assessment framework, covering everything from environmental impact to material innovation. Finally, we will provide a comprehensive summary of circular economy strategies and discuss why these best practice company cases are essential for driving systemic change. This presentation aims to equip educators, researchers, and practitioners with the insights needed to implement and promote sustainable circular operations effectively. Introduction to Circular Economy and the Good Practice Catalogue. The transition to a circular economy is no longer just a choice. It is an urgent necessity driven by resource depletion and a growing waste management crisis. Traditional linear models, following the take, make, dispose pattern, are becoming obsolete as they lead to escalating material costs and significant environmental degradation. By adopting circular principles, industries can minimize their ecological footprint while simultaneously maintaining and driving economic growth. This solution focuses on reducing waste, reusing components, and recovering valuable materials to create a resilient system. The Codicet project emphasizes that this transition is a strategic requirement for long-term competitiveness in the European market. Moving towards circular material flows allows businesses to mitigate climate pressures and align with increasingly strict EU regulations. Our goal is to demonstrate how companies are successfully navigating this shift, proving that sustainability and profitability can coexist. The Codicet Good Practice Catalogue serves as a vital evidence-based toolkit designed to evaluate and promote multidimensional sustainability across various EU industries. Its primary purpose is to act as a resource for understanding and applying circular economy principles and indicators in real-world scenarios. We target a broad audience, including educators, researchers, and practitioners who are actively implementing circular operations. The methodology focuses on showcasing actual EU companies that have successfully transformed traditional business models into sustainable systems. By highlighting these examples, the catalogue provides a roadmap for others to follow, reducing the perceived risks of transition. This approach ensures that the shift to a circular economy is grounded in practical insights rather than just theoretical concepts. Through this toolkit, we aim to bridge the gap between academic knowledge and industrial practice, fostering a more resource-efficient future. Identifying good practice companies requires a structured selection process that aligns with established sustainability evaluation methodologies. Our criteria for inclusion are rigorous, utilizing both qualitative and quantitative data to reflect significant contributions to the circular economy. A key resource for our identification process was the European Circular Economy Stakeholder Platform, or ECESP. This platform features a repository of case studies focusing on resource efficiency, waste minimization, and life cycle extension. By leveraging this database, we selected companies that excel in innovative business models and material recovery. These organizations represent a diverse range of sectors, demonstrating that circularity is a scalable solution applicable to both consumer-focused and industrial sectors. Each case study is designed to inspire innovation and support strategic decision-making by showing measurable environmental and economic benefits. This structured approach ensures our findings are both credible and actionable. Framework model for identifying circular economy good practices. Our analytical framework is built on a solid foundation of established European Union methodologies. To ensure complete policy alignment, we have integrated reports and guidelines from the Joint Research Centre and the European Environment Agency. This ensures that our criteria reflect the latest European environmental policy goals and scientific rigor. The framework also draws from the SUMA project, which provides a detailed inventory of indicators derived from EU scoreboards and monitoring frameworks. By aligning with these respected institutions, we provide a credible and evidence-based approach to assessing circularity. This alignment is crucial for practitioners who must navigate complex regulatory environments while implementing sustainable practices. Essentially, our framework acts as a bridge between high-level EU strategies and the practical assessment of corporate sustainability. It provides a standardized way to measure progress and ensure industrial activities contribute meaningfully to global sustainability objectives. The evaluation methodology we employ is anchored in established European Union frameworks, ensuring both theoretical rigor and practical applicability. Unlike simple metrics that only track waste reduction, our approach offers a truly holistic view of the circular transition. We use a nuanced set of indicators to evaluate practices across three main pillars: environmental impact, economic viability, and social well-being. This multi-dimensional lens allows us to identify and evaluate sustainable practices globally, providing a comprehensive toolkit for advancing circularity. By combining theoretical frameworks with practical implementation strategies, we ensure that our assessments are robust and reliable. This methodology enables us to quantify resource efficiency, product longevity, and the broader societal benefits of circular business models. Ultimately, our rigorous approach helps organizations justify their investments in sustainability by providing clear data on the multiple benefits that a circular transition can deliver. A truly sustainable circular economy must integrate three fundamental dimensions: people, planet, and profit. Our holistic assessment approach reflects this by evaluating how businesses impact natural resources and communities while remaining financially viable. The planet pillar covers environmental variables like water and air quality, energy conservation, and land use. The profit pillar focuses on economic variables such as the bottom line and cash flow. Finally, the people pillar addresses social variables including community education, equity, health, and quality of life. When these three dimensions overlap, we find practices that are bearable, equitable, and viable, leading to true sustainability. This model ensures that the transition to a circular economy does not come at the expense of social justice or economic stability. By using this multi-dimensional lens, we move beyond basic waste reduction to offer a complete picture of sustainable business. The application and classification of our indicators are designed to be flexible yet rigorous, allowing for the evaluation of diverse practices across different industrial levels. We draw from an extensive inventory of indicators found in EU scoreboards and academic literature to ensure our assessments are evidence-based. It is important to recognize that not every indicator applies to every company. Relevance depends on the industry and the particular business model being assessed. Therefore, we carefully select the indicators that best represent a company's specific circular strategies. This tailored approach allows us to maintain theoretical robustness while providing practical utility in promoting sustainable economic practices globally. By quantifying areas such as material innovation and stakeholder engagement, we provide a measurable picture of circular implementation. This detailed classification system is essential for refining our methodology and ensuring it remains a powerful tool for advancing the transition. Key components of circular economy best practices. Transitioning to a circular economy requires a shift that goes far beyond simple recycling. Based on established EU methodologies and the SUMA project, our framework identifies 10 key components that provide a holistic lens for advancing this transition. These components integrate ecological, economic, and social aspects to offer a comparable and comprehensive view of corporate practices. They range from technical design and material innovation to systemic factors like business model innovation and policy support. By evaluating companies against these 10 pillars, we can accurately measure their contribution to a sustainable circular business model. This multi-dimensional approach ensures that every aspect of the value chain is considered, from raw material sourcing to end-of-life recovery. In the following slides, we will examine each of these components in detail, explaining how they work together to create a resilient and profitable system. Environmental impact is at the core of the circular transition. This component focuses on mitigating pollution and minimizing waste to prioritize long-term planetary health. Key indicators include water use reduction, which measures the decrease in consumption compared to linear processes. We also quantify CO2 emissions to track the carbon footprint across the entire product lifecycle. Finally, the percentage of recycled content shows how many recovered materials are reintegrated into new products. By focusing on these metrics, businesses transition toward models that restore ecosystems rather than depleting them, ensuring environmental benefits are measurable and central to strategic sustainability objectives. Economic viability ensures that circular economy models are financially sustainable and profitable for long-term adoption. A transition that is not economically viable cannot achieve the systemic scale required for global impact. This component assesses how circular initiatives contribute to financial health through metrics like return on investment. We specifically look for financial gains achieved from circular programs, such as cost savings from reduced material waste. Furthermore, we evaluate new revenue streams, identifying additional income channels opened by models like product leasing or material recovery. Demonstrating that sustainability drives competitiveness encourages industries to adopt resilient, future-proof business strategies. Social well-being examines how circular practices impact communities and employees through equitable opportunities. The goal is a transition that improves quality of life for everyone involved. One primary indicator is local employment, which tracks job creation within the communities where initiatives are implemented. We also emphasize fair wages, ensuring that all workers in the circular value chain receive just and equitable compensation. Finally, consumer satisfaction is a critical metric, as positive perceptions of sustainable products are essential for market adoption. Addressing these social aspects ensures circularity is human-centric, supporting fair labor practices and community development as core pillars of a sustainable economy. Design for circularity emphasizes engineering products from the ground up for sustainability. This means moving away from planned obsolescence toward designs that facilitate reuse, repair, and high-quality recycling. A critical indicator is product lifespan, which evaluates how long a product remains functional and avoids the landfill. The longer a product stays in use, the lower its overall environmental impact. Another essential metric is the percentage of recyclable materials used. We assess how easily materials can be recovered and reintegrated into production cycles. Prioritizing these design principles allows companies to significantly reduce waste, creating a truly circular resource system. Material innovation focuses on advancing the use of renewable, low-impact, and safe materials to replace fossil-based norms. The objective is to use responsibly sourced materials that do not contribute to resource depletion. A key indicator is the percentage of renewable materials used, which tracks the shift toward biological cycles. Simultaneously, we measure the reduction of hazardous substances, tracking the elimination of chemicals that pose risks to human health and the environment. Innovating at the material level ensures products are safe from creation to disposal. This component is essential for building a non-toxic circular economy where materials can be recycled indefinitely. Business model innovation transforms how value is delivered by prioritizing access over ownership. This strategy extends product life and establishes closed-loop systems for material recovery. One successful approach is the use of subscription models, where customers pay for continuous use and maintenance rather than outright purchase. This aligns company incentives with product durability. Another vital indicator is the implementation of take-back programs, which measure the volume of products reclaimed at the end of their use. By taking responsibility for their product's end of life, companies ensure valuable materials are reintegrated into production. These innovative models turn waste into resources while significantly reducing environmental footprints. Stakeholder engagement and collaboration acknowledges that circular success requires multi-party alliances. No organization can achieve a full transition alone. It requires cooperation between businesses, governments, NGOs, and consumers. One key indicator is the depth of cross-sector collaborations, which track partnerships driving innovation and shared recycling infrastructure. We also evaluate consumer education programs, as initiatives that alter consumption behavior are vital for market success. Building these networks allows companies to overcome systemic barriers and create collaborative environments for joint material recovery. Engagement fosters a culture of transparency and trust, which is essential for the long-term systemic change required to build a sustainable economic future. Policy and regulatory support examines the role of incentives and legislative frameworks in accelerating the circular transition. Effective policies level the playing field for sustainable businesses and penalize wasteful practices. A primary indicator is the implementation of extended producer responsibility laws, which hold manufacturers accountable for end-of-life management. These laws encourage companies to design more durable and recyclable products. We also look at waste disposal taxes and other disincentives for landfill use, which make material recovery more economically attractive. Leveraging these regulatory tools provides the necessary structure for a widespread industrial shift, ensuring circularity becomes the standard operating procedure for all industries. Technology and innovation focuses on harnessing digital tools to optimize resource flows and drive process efficiencies. Technologies like IoT sensors are essential for tracking material flows and managing assets responsibly throughout their lifecycle. These sensors provide real-time data on usage, enabling better maintenance and recovery. We also examine the role of advanced data analytics in optimizing production loops and reducing waste. These advancements allow for higher transparency and efficiency than traditional linear systems. By integrating digital solutions, businesses gain deep insights into resource consumption and find new opportunities for optimization. This leverages innovation to achieve radical resource efficiency in industrial value chains. Impact measurement and reporting stresses the importance of data and standardized metrics to track progress. To justify sustainability investments, businesses must use rigorous indicators to measure their circularity. A key indicator is the use of circular performance indicators, which provide a clear picture of resource efficiency, waste reduction, and product longevity. We also prioritize transparent reporting, where companies publicly share their progress and supply chain data. This accountability builds trust and allows for benchmarking against industry standards. By measuring their impact, organizations identify areas for improvement and demonstrate the real value of their circular strategies. This ensures the transition is grounded in empirical evidence. To conclude our discussion on the framework, let's summarize these 10 key components that define circular excellence. These components cover every dimension of a business, from the tangible environmental impact and material innovation to strategic business model innovation and policy support. We have seen how design for circularity and technology work together to extend product lifespans, while stakeholder engagement and social well-being ensure a fair transition. Economic viability remains the engine of this change, proving that sustainable practices drive profitability. Finally, impact measurement provides the data necessary for transparency and continuous improvement. Together, these 10 pillars offer a comprehensive view of how a company can successfully transition from a linear to a circular model. This integrated framework serves as our guide for evaluating the best practice company cases found in our catalog, ensuring a rigorous and consistent assessment. Summary of circular economy strategies across European business practices. Understanding why the transition to a circular economy matters is crucial for every business leader. We are currently facing significant challenges, including increasing resource scarcity, rising material costs, and escalating waste management issues. Traditional take, make, dispose models are becoming unsustainable and economically risky as climate pressures mount. In response, circular economy strategies offer a powerful way to mitigate these risks while creating new opportunities. By extending product life cycles through reuse and repair, and by recovering valuable materials, businesses can build more resilient and profitable systems. This transition also aligns with growing EU policy and regulatory pressures, ensuring long-term compliance. Ultimately, moving toward a circular model allows European businesses to transform their production systems into sustainable ones that reduce resource dependency and emissions. This shift is essential for maintaining competitiveness while protecting our planet. Real-world company cases are essential because they provide practical proof that circular principles can be successfully implemented. These examples demonstrate proven and scalable business solutions that have measurable environmental and economic benefits. By showcasing actual companies, we help transfer knowledge across industries and inspire others to innovate. Best practices reduce uncertainty for decision makers by providing evidence-based results, making it easier to justify the shift towards sustainable models. These cases also highlight the importance of stakeholder engagement and circular design in achieving success. They act as a blueprint, showing specific strategies that lead to reduced emissions and improved resource efficiency. Ultimately, these real-world stories serve to bridge the gap between theoretical frameworks and industrial reality. They inspire action and provide the strategic confidence needed for organizations to embark on their own journeys toward a sustainable economic future. Our catalog features a diverse range of European companies leading the way in circular practices. These case studies represent various sectors, from consumer electronics and retail to heavy industrial manufacturing and energy. For example, we examine BioAzul's work in nutrient recovery and Batola's innovations in sustainable construction materials. We also look at Fairphone's modular electronics and Palpa's highly successful beverage packaging return system. Global giants like IKEA-, Philips, and Infineon are featured for their efforts in circular design and service-based models. Industrial leaders such as voestalpine, Lenzing AG, and Vattenfall show how resource-intensive sectors can achieve significant emission reductions through material recovery and renewable energy. Each of these companies demonstrates that circularity is not just possible, but profitable and scalable. Their successes provide invaluable insights into the practical implementation of circular strategies across the entire European industrial landscape. Thank you for your attention. Next, we continue with the individual company presentations.